Now, what is going on? What is going on? Dismiss that. And it's still trying to go live, but we're saying that we're live and there's nothing there. Yeah, there we go. Jesus, it's working at last. Is that working? There we go. Jesus, that was a bit of a nightmare. There was technical issues. Technical issues like right at the let's double check that. Yeah, there was technical issues right at the live, right at the start of that stream. I thought I was going to have to abandon it, but the laptop managed to sort itself out. It's probably overworked. Let me just turn that volume down because I don't want feedback. There, close that. Oof, right. Anyway, there's big breaking news tonight. Hey ho from Louisiana. Paul, was that a good draw? Yes or no? Yeah, let's do that, chill, Paul. Um, Start Paul. Could have had worse, yeah. There we go. There's the poll for this evening. It'll be the one and only poll this evening. Was that a good draw in the Champions League? The teams are on the screen. Was it a good draw? Yes, I say 92%. No, are saying 3%. 4%, 3%. People have said no, 39 votes. We'll see how this one goes tonight. We'll see how many people will get on tonight. The breaking Celtic news is obviously well, there's a lot of Celtic news out there. Celtic are obviously trying to get the Sheffield United Austin Trusty deal done and dusted. Celtic are close to agreeing a deal with Sheffield United for Austin Trusty, but there is breaking news. There is breaking news. The Arnie Eagles deal is agreed, a 4-year deal with Celtic. I thought they would have tried to get him on a 5. When you're spending that kind of money on a player, you want to try and get him on a 5-year deal. That means he'll be sold within season 2. So don't get used to your big players like Ange Postecoglou said. It looks like Arnie Eagles will be sold in 2 years' time, which is fine if he performs the way we hope him to perform. He will be he'll be a valuable asset. He'll be a valuable asset to the club in that time. In other news, the deal to bring Alvin Sanchez, deal to bring Alvin Sanchez is looking unlikely at this stage. Celtic went back to Sanchez after the deal collapsed for the one and only Mateus coming from America. When that deal collapsed, Celtic returned to try and get Sanchez in. It's a player that they've been looking at sometimes. They did make an offer, but it's looking unlikely at this stage as the breaking news. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going around. Lennon Park. Hmm. Just I was just trying to see if there was a connection to Celtic, but there isn't. It's fine. Anyway, let's jump into the comment section whilst this poll runs its. It's outstanding tonight. Not many naysayers tonight. I think it was a good draw. There's some away games, some fantastic away games. I know guys that are running buses down to Aston Villa already. We've already had that in the group chat. Leipzig at home, that's a fantastic game. Borussia Dortmund away, that's a trip of fancy because Dortmund have got those ultras and that, and it's just an amazing ground atmosphere. I've been told that we're getting 3,500 tickets for Dortmund. Even if I wasn't to get a game, I'd try and get one for the German end, but I don't know if it would be possible. Please tell me the rumour about French Eddie isn't true. Lanky, you get on that. Yeah, the French Eddie was never coming back. Um, Club Brugge at home. I'm glad it's at home and not away because Belgium's a horrible place to go to. And Italy to the club that were after Matt O'Reilly. The irony of that, if Matt O'Reilly had decided to go to Italy and then we met him in the Champions League, that would have been something special on itself. But Matt O'Reilly didn't, and he took his career a different path. And now he is out the game for several months. But we will be going to Italy to play the one and only Atalanta. Yes, the one that chased Matt O'Reilly for months and didn't get him. And then it looks like we're at home to Young Boys, and then we're away to Dynamo, G&K Dynamo, home to Bratislava, and then away to Aston Villa. So really, the two away trips that stand out. I mean, it's always good to get a bus trip. I know guys that'll be running buses down to Birmingham, and they'll just do it day trip buses down there, watch the game, pissed up, bus back up the road at night. Fantastic trips. And the last time I did that was Manchester. What a night that was. And getting the bus straight back up the road after it. And then the bus driver decided that he needed his 45-minute breaks when we were 15 minutes from home. I could have killed him. I could have killed the bus driver on that trip. Do you know, we gets to Dunfermline and he pulls up at the retail park and says, I need to stop for 45 minutes. I'm like, what? What do you mean you need to stop for 45 minutes? We're 15 minutes from home. Are you mad? Are you? It's like, it is what it is. You could have stopped earlier. But anyway, so yeah, there's two good away trips, Italy and Germany. That will give some fantastic trips for the guys that go to away games. It's going to be a flip the coin one for me. I think Germany's probably the shout. The missus doesn't like Germany, so I'll go to that one myself. But then there's Italy. There's guys on the WhatsApp group chat already. So I need to got messages coming in. Where is it? I'll read it later. Yeah, so they're already booking away trips. The dates do come out on Saturday. The dates come out on Saturday, and the tickets come out on Saturday. Also, three signings keep dreaming. Three signings keep dreaming. Yes, we are only at we're at three signings just now, including the left back, including Alex that came in. If we get the defender in, we did say 3, 4, or 5. A lot of people said 3. Anyway, we'll wait till tomorrow night. There's a long way to go, as they like to say. We need another 2 in Baz. We still be happy with that group. Burnley was some trip. Burnley was some trip. That was some time ago. Germany for me, says Paul. You're going to Germany. I think the German trip will be the cracking one. I think that's the one that will get the most fans going. You're going to get 3,500 tickets. If Sanchez deal won't happen, do you think we'll make a last minute bid for Luke McGowan? It's going to be a case of watch this space. Celtic are now going to be sitting going, right, that deal's not going to happen. Who can we deal with quick? It's not going to be, if there's any late deals, I think that there might be UK-based deals. It'll be players that are based in either England or Scotland. Luke McGowan, there is a shout for that. Will he benefit the team? Will he make us stronger going into the Champions League? You've got to remember, Brendan Rodgers wanted players to come in that would walk right into the team and make us stronger for the Champions League. Young guy for Dundee, it makes sense because of the Scottish allocation for the Scottish players. It does make sense for that. But we'll just be able to say, trust is on his way for 6 million. Yep, we spoke about that. Okay, draw, get Luke McGowan and Lennon Miller. Yeah, I'm just seeing there's a lot of stuff kicking around with Lennon Miller. A lot of people are saying getting Lennon Miller. Luke McGowan is the answer. I really don't. Yeah, that's true. Is Luke McGowan the answer? I'm not too sure. Lennon Miller, is he the one? He's only 18. It'd be interesting if I did go for Norwich. I think Motherwell might be lucky when you look at some of the stuff that's going on Twitter. Motherwell might be lucky to keep a hold of Lennon Miller. There won't be any last minute bids for promising midfielder Lennon Miller. That's the kiss of death, isn't it? When a manager says there's not going to be any last minute bids for Lennon Miller. Have they priced him out the market? Have they priced them at the market? Right, let's jump into the comment section because I've not done that tonight. I'm only staying on for half an hour on this live because, Jesus, what a day we've had. What a day we've had. We've done over 30,000 views today already. When I last looked, 30,000 views in one day. Absolutely fantastic numbers for the channel. John Clark, good to see the signings are coming in. Bring on the Champions League draw on Sunday. We take care of them. Sunday, we do take care of them. Who did we sign? There's a couple of people. Ingles is on his way for a referee. Kerry Tucker's in now. Say Baz. It's Donkey. Did you hear that? It's Donkey. Kerry Tucker. There's only one person I know called Donkey. Can he be the same Donkey? Not a chance. Surely not. Did you hear that there's a new program for Rangers supporters? It's called the Lost Relic Hunters. Andy's in the house. And Tom Mack's in the house. Lanky's in the house. Chilwell's in the house. Matthew's in the house. Brendan, what a difference a day makes. Raging about signings and being pessimistic about Champions League chances. Now, number one target is signed. A great Champions League draw. Everything is rosy. Lol. I never said everything is rosy. We've still not got the players in that Brendan Rodgers wanted. I said, let's wait till the end of the window. But if you're talking about the fans in general, yeah, I get it. I get it. Celtic fans are fickle that way. Baz, please open the live stream with Paul Van Dyke remix. Oh, Jesus. Nope, that's not happening. Brown Warrior is in. Rod is in. Arnie Eagles has signed a 4-year deal with Lanky. Yep, Stephen Johnston. Big shout out to Stephen Johnson. The poll that a draw was yes. The poll was that a good draw, yes or no. Done that one. David's coming in from Louisiana. And then there's loads more. There's hundreds of comments. Absolutely hundreds of comments. I do expect the live to be a little bit quieter tonight because let's face it, nobody wants to see me on YouTube more than twice in a day. James Duffin says, evening Baz. And Kenny says, if you find Trusty, it's not a disaster of a window. Trusty is not a disaster of a window. It's not, but let's just hope he's better than what we've got. Let's just hope he's better than what we've got. We need 3 more signings, says Michael Ross. I think it was Suze. Is it McGowan or McGowan? Evening Baz says James. The centre back comes in. There would be 7 players in. How many can integrate into the squad in one window? Interesting one. JR is in the house. Hail you and Mark, the best Celtic channel. Hail Baz. I don't know about that. There's a lot bigger ones than me, but they might be bigger with members. But we today, and there's another new member on the channel, John. Welcome to the One Celtic Fans View CSC. Today's viewing numbers has taken me to my own personal target for the month of 600,000 views. So we have surpassed the 600,000 views today. So thank you to every single one of you that have watched the channel over this month. It is a target that I wanted to hit for personal reasons, and we've hit it. We've hit it as of today, and there's still a few days to go before the end of the month. And there's still 2 days to go, so we'll see if we can get to 650 or 670 or 680. Let's see if we can beat the figures from May. Let's see if we can beat the figures from May, and then we'll take it from there. False teeth hero is Prince Andrew. My head's bursting with all this drama, says Lorna. Yep, that's why I'm only staying on for half an hour. Rangers are going to get EastEnders, The Chase, and Coronation Street in Europe this season. Told my pal, Liverpool on your say. It looks like it's phony. Told my pal Liverpool on your say. So now I look like a phony. If anybody understood that draw at the very first round that came out, they would have thought the exact same. It was all over the place. It took us about 5 minutes to actually get to grips with what was looking, what the draw was looking at. It took me about the 4th round to actually figure out. I was like, what the hell is actually going on here? But anyway, who cares? Celtic might sign Messi and get your 10 million views. If I can beat the views for last year, We did 4.9 million views for the whole of last year. We're way off that this year. That was helped obviously by Ange Postecoglou leaving and Brendan Rodgers coming in the June. So the June figures were way down. But anyway, um, Derby drink a lot. Baz, you coming on? The Derby drink along. Nah, Kaiser, because I'm going to be down. I'm going to be down. More than likely at Playa Flamenca at Paddy's Point. I want to try and get round all the clubs early in the season here, and then once I've been around them all, I can then just focus on the YouTube stuff. But it's nice to get round all the clubs, all the supporters clubs around here, and give them that little bit of support early on in the season. The draw was madness, says Kieran. The draw was madness. Was madness. Michael Ross could come on with you, Kaiser. He'll come on with you. Sit and get pissed watching the derby. This land is your land. This land is my land. Um, who do you ever think they are? I've no idea. I've no idea. But that draw was just it was just mind boggling. It was complete mind boggling at the time. Complete mind boggling. No more false teeth by. Did I miss a comment? Must have. Killy are 1-0 up. Killy are 1-0 up. Who are they playing? I didn't even know Killy were playing. Here's your browser. Make sure you clear the browser after the power. Says Brown Water. You're just talking about yourselves, isn't he? Anyway, for me, I think that the big game at home is going to be Bruges. I think we can beat Bruges at home. Can we beat Young Boys at home? I think we can, and I think we can beat Bratislava. I think the one Leipzig. Do you know what? Potentially, you can get your 3 home wins. I mean, you can get 3 home wins. Now, I did say I wasn't going to get carried away, and I wasn't going to say we can win this many points and that many points. I was going to say I did say, let's just enjoy. Let's just enjoy the football, and I think the home games are 4 home games that Brendan Rodgers will look at and say, we can win them. That's 4 winnable home games. Aston Villa's going to be tricky away. Dortmund, can you see us doing anything in Dortmund? I'm not too sure. Italy won the Europa Cup. I can't see us doing anything against the Italians, to be honest. And it's Italy away. It's very, very rare that we actually manage to achieve anything in Italy, especially the way that the Italians play. Yeah, the way that Italians play, and they'll go down quicker than Matt O'Reilly went down after 9 minutes. Villa are there for the taking, says Barry. Are Villa there for the taking? They're a good team. They're a good team. They've got a lot of money spent. Uh, I'm not sure. Baz, you up for it? Maybe Carradell. Baz, you up for it? Maybe Carradell. Says Desmond. I'm up for what? Carradell Suite? For a home game? Yeah, I could do that. If I can get over. I've got that much stuff between now and Christmas. It's unbelievable. Lanky says some of the people I know said 3 home wins and 1 away. Now I'm saying 3 home wins and 2 away wins. I think if we can get 3 home wins, realistically looking at that draw, and after the draw that we had last year, I think that we can get 3 home wins. If we can get 3 home wins, we'll be doing fantastic. Can we get 10 points? Can we get 10 points? I'm not too sure. We'll just take it one game at a time. That's all we can do is just take it one game at a time and see what happens with the rest of the Champions League. Did Frimpong get sold? No idea. Meet up when you're home. Yeah, Desmond Donnelly, definitely do that. Definitely do that. And Baz, Baz? That was mental. They were all over the gaff. It was trying to concentrate on the comments coming through the draw. I shouldn't have even looked at the comments. I should have just switched the comment section off and watched the telly and just took notes because there was too much going on. And then I was trying to sort out some personal stuff, and it was all over the place. Anyway, Aston Villa will play Bayern Munich. Aston Villa have got a hard one. I'm glad we didn't get Celtic drawn against Leipzig, Dortmund, Atlanta, Aston Villa. I mean, an Aston Villa one. I'm not too sure. Hmm. Can we? Can we? Can we against Aston Villa? Can we really against Aston Villa? And there is 270, 267. It keeps going up and down. How's it going up and down? Anyway, 90%, 96% say yes, it was a good draw for the Champions League. That's the beauty of the live bars. Anything can happen, Kaiser. Exactly. It was all over the place and it was that confusing. And I was like, what is going on? Nobody could understand the draw at the start. And it is just, it's not edited and it's not you can't edit the stuff out. So anyway, you just get on with it. And Nicola says, hail, hail to Stephen Johnston. Bobby says, I have missed something, but when they announced the match dates, Bobby, they're announced on Saturday morning. Them and the tickets will go on sale for them Saturday morning, I do believe. Ronaldo standing there thinking, he's pressed the button. Yeah, I think that was the best thing because Ronaldo's sitting there and he's pressing the button and he's like, what? I don't think anybody told him. I think he was like pressing the button and he was expecting balls to come out and you pick it. And he's like, I've played football all my life and this is just and it's what the anyway. Lorna says too much multitasking, Baz. It was hard enough knowing what was going on or just watching it. It was nuts. And Philip said, evening Baz, great draw. Come on, hoops. Make sure that you vote. Baz, why haven't we a record against the English in Europe? Why? Not a bad. We have a good record. Yeah, I know, but the Champions League, I just think if we can get off to a good start. Yeah, I know. Gareth just made a cracker of a comment. Meant how Matt O'Reilly lasted nearly 3 years in the hammer throwing pub league and gets completely half leg break 10 minutes into the biggest league in the world. Yep, yep, it is that. It's nuts. But it was a lower team for a different league. The last game was on the 29th of January, the last game. And I just think, Baz, this time next year, we'll have two star for Buzzer Crest, Michael Ross. You can live and you can hope and you can dream. But I mean, if Celtic can get out this group of games and into the next phase, it will be absolutely fantastic. It's a good start to build momentum. Yeah, I think it is. We've beaten Liverpool, we've beaten Blackburn in the past. Nothing to fear, said Zedhead. Yeah, that was a long time ago when it was a more level playing field. And wage wise, I mean, we could match wages with English teams then. English teams were paying 25 grand a week. We could pay 25 grand a week. English teams are now paying 100 grand a week for bang average players that wouldn't get into the Celtic team. The market down there is just absolutely crazy. But it is a game where, it is a one-off game. And when you put it like that, it is just a one-off game. It's not a double-edged tie. It's not a double-edged tie. So can Brendan Rodgers work his magic? Brendan will have them sussed out. So I'm thinking 3 home games. Aston Villa could be your away win. Now that'd be turning up for the book. Man City draw. Yep, I wasn't even at that game. I sat in the pub outside, and that was a 3-3 game. Paul says we also drew at home and away with Pep in charge. Yep. Evening Baz from Forres and Moray. It's a fantastic part of the world. I'm a happy Celtic fan. Got 3. Celtic got 3 in. If we can get 3 wins, yep, I think that would be fantastic. Good game of football games. Yeah, there is some good ones. Villa away will be a night to remember. Villa Park is Cracknell Stadium. Yeah, I was actually talking about a guy the other night about that. He was a Villa fan. Funnily enough, it was just a couple of nights ago I was talking to him. But the area around Villa Park, it ain't rough. It ain't half rough. Good pre-season against top teams. You don't count pre-season into anything, I think. Brendan knows how to turn up against English teams. Yeah, he does that. Diaz says, surely there's 3 wins They're against Bruges, Young Boys, and Dynamo. The Slovans maybe point against Leipzig, maybe 10 points. Hail, hail. I'm busy all day tomorrow. Won't be able to keep an eye on the transfer business, says Chill Pill. Well, I will be doing a live about 3 times tomorrow again, I think. Um, I think we'll do a video first thing in the morning and then we'll just see how the day takes us. They'll be live roughly about 5 o'clock. So we get an afternoon update and then we'll have the run in to. We'll take it as it comes because I think there's going to be a lot of news coming through tomorrow from Celtic. Hopefully. Hopefully. Zed said Chelsea spent the whole transfer window devaluing the transfer market by not going above 60k a week in 7-year deals. I think others will follow. Do you think so? I don't think so. I thought Celtic might have got the guy that was just brought in on more than a 4-year deal. 4-year means that 2 years into the deal, for to sell him for the maximum amount that you're going to get for him, you're going to have to sell him with 2 years left on his contract. And he's got a 20% sell-on clause, and if we're paying 13 million in total, we're going to have to sell him for 25 to 30 million to make a decent bit of profit. And it'll be less profit. But I think maybe the board, maybe this team that Brendan Rodgers is amassing is to make sure that we do get into the Champions League next season. Maybe the young Spaniards will come on in the Champions League and he'll run riot. Greg Taylor won't get a chance in the Champions League, and this young Spaniard will come on and prove to Barcelona that he's the next big thing to come out of Barca. You never know. You never know. Thumbs up troop, Baz has earned it today, says Lorna. Cheers for that. There is, yeah, I think earlier on we did 11,000 views in 2 hours. 11,000 views in 2 hours on the channel, which was absolutely fantastic. And that's you guys that are watching the videos. That was a fantastic amount of numbers. On the flip side of it, the views for this live tonight are way down. But people will be hanging about tomorrow night. I don't usually do lives on a Friday, but it is transfer deadline day. It is transfer deadline day. We had just under 1,000 people on in 1 minute. That's the highest amount ever. The live, by the way, did over 5,800. It's did over 7,000 views by now. But by the time that we finished the live, it had done over 5,800 views, which is a fantastic amount for this channel. That's brilliant, Baz. Yeah, I was watching. Gareth says, Baz, if you won't sing, please, at least Scotty Arneson song. Oh my goodness, amazing coming from 60. Tim standing at the stand. Yeah, with that. Lorna says that's awesome. It is that. I bet your throat is sore tomorrow, mate. Well done. And nah, it's I I had a yogurt with honey. I always have yogurt and honey in between these lives just to keep my throat going. And some other old tricks that my dad used to do when he was a singer all his career. Correct, Raz, the business we do in this window in January has to be forward planning for the Champions League next season. 428 subs away from 18,888. Yeah, I know. I've been watching that one going up. Anyway, what are we sitting on just now? Because it looks like we're getting closer to the 18,500 that I wanted to get before the end of the transfer window. We are on 18,460. The big achievement before Christmas will be the 20,000, but let's see if we can achieve that. The group that you see here is the group that will play, and I think there has to Club Bruges. You'd want to do them. You'd want to do them, even away from home. I think Club Bruges, you can do them. What if we can't even start thinking about the unthinkable? Let's just take it one game at a time. You could get into the realms of thinking, right, Leipzig at home, we can win that. Dortmund away, you're you're going to lose that. I can't see us getting a draw. Going to lose that one, right? So Club Bruges at home, I think you could win that. Italy, going away to Italy, I think that could be your draw, but I think it'll be a loss. Young Boys at home, I think that's a win. So I think we're on the realms of 3 wins at home. Um, Bratislava at home. I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to try and predict. I don't want to predict. I just want to just go into this Champions League, play it one game at a time, and try and if we can get a good improvement, if we can just get a level of consistency this year in the Champions League, I think that would be fantastic. If we can get that little bit of consistency, where we don't give away silly goals, we don't get players sent off. Do you know, it's we hold our own. Defensively, we're solid. We hit on the break. We hit on the pace. We hit on the break with the pace that we know we have. There's a lot of positives that we can take out the way that Brendan Rodgers has us playing just now. And we'll talk about that at the end of this transfer window because I think it's then, once we know that the team that we've got in, I mean, well, there is speculation that Louis Palmer could leave the club. We have not backed a bid for him. Is it because we're not getting Sanchez in that the Louis Palmer bid has been done? We don't know. We don't know. Anyway, I am going to cut it early tonight, half an hour early, just because it's. I need to finish this poll first. So the poll was this a good draw for the Champions League? Was it a good draw for Celtic for the Champions League? I'll end the poll just now. There has been over 365 votes and 96%. It always does 1%. YouTube's mental that way. 96% said yes and 3% no. It wasn't a good one. Baz Bunnett, the prize chill pill. Oh Jesus. Um, keep our defence strong and letting in goals, keeping us strong too. Yep. Bruges will ask Clementine for a run on us. Well, if Bruges ask Clementine, I think we'll be easy. I think we'll beat them easily. If Clementine's teams are anything to go by, the board need to justify the change in the prices in Champions League ticket, i.e., spend money on the frigging team. I'd like another winger in, says Chill Pill Barry. 12 points on the card, says Barry. Michael Ross says, Paul, what's the most winnable game? No, I'm not doing another one. I'm finishing up for the night before my throat decides to give in. And the missus will be like, yes, you can't talk. YouTube always takes that cut. It does so. It takes an even bigger cut with the amount of views we get in. Big shout out to Stephen Johnson. Cheers, Baz. Have a great night, everyone. There has been over 1,587 people on this current live. There's been 521 viewers at this very moment watching the video. We are at 18,462. Can we get to that 18,500 tomorrow night before the transfer window? And it'll be then. And then we can bring down the curtain nearly on the month. Thank goodness. And what a month it's been. Record-breaking numbers on the channel, and it's all thanks to you, the Celtic supporters all around the world. And on that note, have a fantastic